Hello, my fellow Dai Li Agents, and welcome to my channel. And here are 10 facts about Avatar Kyoshi that you didn't know. Let's go. Fact number 1, Avatar Kyoshi was a straight up criminal. She swears allegiance to a freaking criminal gang called the Dao Fei. Heck yeah, which is crazy because compared to like Team Avatar and like Aang himself, who believes that everyone's redeemable, no matter how bad they are, no matter the things that they get into, does not matter. Which leads me to fact number 2, Avatar Kyoshi kills someone. Unlike Aang, who was refusing to kill freaking Ozai, freaking Kyoshi looked this person in the eye and was all like, yeah, I'ma kill them. Which kind of set me off wrong at first, but then I realized that really out of everyone who gets to decide who lives and dies in Avatar The Last Airbender world in the 4 nations, it should be the Avatar. Literally, the Avatar is the keeper of peace, and this person is like not going to like bring peace to all, is not going to like live underneath like this condition that you should not kill people just because you want to. The Avatar is the only person that gets to decide who lives and who dies. And for Kyoshi, you gone. Fact number 3 for you, Avatar Kyoshi, her fans, they were given to her by her mother, and she actually uses them to control her bending. Without her fans, she was able to bend mountains and rock slides, but without her fans, she wasn't even able to bend the tiniest pebble. So she used it to control her bending, which is kind of interesting and leads to like my 4th fact, is that Avatar Kyoshi is half air nomad. Her mom was an air nomad and her father was from the Earth Kingdom, which is absolutely insane on how that relationship became to be, because her mom cutting all ties from her air nomad to becoming a criminal. She even tattoos over her air nomad tattoos. It is insane on how that works. But that becomes like way more normal if you continue reading into the comics and the rest of the books that they have about the world in the Avatar The Last Airbender, that you have relationships between like earth and fire, you have relations between like fire and air. You end up seeing more of that relationship, and I absolutely love that. Still wondering about the term though. Air biracial? Bibender? I'm in a bibender relationship. I don't even know. But I thought it was really interesting to know that Avatar Kyoshi is actually half air nomad. That's freaking insane. Maybe people made like that connection because she has fans, but I did not. And I didn't know that until I read the book. Okay, Bird, I'm moving. Jeez, I'm gonna continue on. All right, all right, 5th fact about Avatar Kyoshi is that, you know the makeup that she wears? I know that Suki says this.
Silk thread symbolizes a brave blood that flows through our veins. The gold insignia represents the honor of the warrior's heart.
But actually, the colors that Kyoshi wears, the white symbolized treachery and like sneaky and mischief, while the red symbolizes like honor and bravery. And the mask itself, they would put on when they were performing. So performing as in they were like doing like a heist or sneaking in or trying to steal something. That's when they would put it on, because when they put on this makeup, it goes to like Chinese and Japanese tradition of when they were putting on a play, putting on like this mask that would symbolize like which character they were playing. So the character that they're playing when they put on this mask is like this mischief, I believe a monkey, this mischievous monkey. And so when they put it on in battle, I mean, you know Kyoshi's putting on in battle, pretty much she's saying is that I am up to no good when I'm putting up on this makeup. I'm about to kill you, your mama, your brother, your sister, your left uncle, I don't even know. Yeah, uncle twice removed, killing all of them. So when she puts on that makeup, it's time for battle and she's up to no good. Love that. Next fact about Kyoshi is that she is bisexual. I think a lot of people thought that Avatar Kyoshi was like a lesbian, but actually in the book, she starts off her infatuation with a male. I'm not gonna try to give anything away, but then ends up in a relationship with a female, which, you know, is whatever, but like, I just don't understand like the attraction between these 2 characters. And like, it's fine if you're like, oh, this person's just hot and that's why I like them, whatever. But in this case, I didn't buy it. But fact is, Kyoshi, she is bisexual. But what? Another fun fact about Kyoshi is that she's a lot like Aang, and where she was missing for a long time before they could discover who she was or where she was. Okay, So we know in the air nomads that to choose the avatar is they're going to have all these toys, and if you select the toys that the avatar had chosen in their past lives, you're the avatar. The Earth Kingdom is a lot different. What they do is they do an Earth Kingdom or Earth-bending trigram. So I'm going to use Naruto, you know, Neji, and Hinata. They do a trigram to help them see like more of the area, right? And the way they make that bigger and bigger is the more they can see the area. Well, with earthbending in the Earth Kingdom, how they find the avatar is they do an earthbending trigram and they start making it smaller and smaller as they begin canceling people out of who could be the avatar until you finally get that one person. Except it wasn't working. Nobody in the Earth Kingdom was showing that they were the avatar. And the best thing about this book, is that everything that you know about like Kyoshi makes this book so sweet. Because we know that Kyoshi is the avatar. So when you open up the book, you're reading, and you find out that somebody else is deemed the avatar, you're like, hold up, break, cut, wind it back. She's the avatar. So she's a lot like Aang. She was missing for so many years, and somebody else was deemed the avatar. Kyoshi was missing. Oh, and if you cannot tell, we're almost there. We're almost at the waterfall. You still can't even see it. We're almost at the waterfall, so stay tuned. Another fun fact about Kyoshi, if you can hear me at all, is that she grew up poor, which I know is actually not that surprising, but if you think about it, all the avatars have been given like special treatment, as in they deserve the best teachers, like the best accommodations, and you kind of even see that in the Legend of Korra, who she's not rich and by all means, but she did not hurt, she didn't need anything until she left the South Pole. And that's kind of like the thing, that the avatar was supposed to be this person of peace, so they were giving the best of everything, especially with noblemen trying to get their favor. So it was actually kind of strange that she grew up very poor. Like her parents disowned her and left her in like a village. So Kyoshi was poor most of her life. Whew. Getting tired, y'all. I didn't know. Like I forgot how like intense this hike can be, and I also forgot like how much I sweat. Like my mascara is everywhere. But anyways, one of the another fact about Kyoshi is that we know that Aang was able to bend right after air, water. For Kyoshi, it was fire. But there's a little caveat. There's actually spiritual and bending consequences of bending outside the avatar state cycle. And you kind of actually do see that in Aang. And you also kind of, I think you see that in Legend of Korra as well, where they're having these blocks because they were bending outside like the avatar cycle. So traditionally, the avatar, if they started off with like Kyoshi, earth, the next thing that you were supposed to be able to practice bending was fire, and then air, and then water. Okay, there you go, bend. And if you do that, there's actually are spiritual consequences and bending consequences to that, which means you're just gonna have more blockages, which Kyoshi does, because she ends up bending water more than she does with air. But yeah, the one Aang did water right after, and then Kyoshi does fire right after, and she does like I think it's like dragon breath, is that what it's called? The thing that Iroh does right here. She was able to do that. And last avatar fact for you is that Kyoshi actually ends up losing a lot of people. And I know you're like, that's the avatar, that's gonna happen. But let me tell you the equivalent. Let's say that the rough rhinos came and shot an arrow straight through Sokka's throat. Or let's say, and then right after, like 10 minutes after, she runs into Azula, and Azula like literally sends lightning to Toph, dead. Like that is the equivalent of her losing like core characters. That would be like if Aang was only left with Katara, and Kyoshi is like that. In her book, The Rise of freaking Kyoshi, it is an amazing, I recommend reading it. The imagery that YC Lee does is amazing. The ending, great. Mwah, perfect, love it. And there's so many surprises along the way. I would recommend this book to absolutely anyone if they're really into Avatar The Last Airbender. And also, it gives you a little bit of an Easter egg of this scene in Avatar The Last Airbender. It explains why they did that. And I'm gonna have another video of why they did that, explaining what happened. There's so much storytelling in this scene alone, and all of the characters that you never even had thought if you did not read this book. I absolutely recommend it. Great imagery, great freaking surprises, storytelling. It's a little bit slow when it comes to the relationships, but that's fine. I have to go, guys. My battery's dying so quickly. Thanks for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So long, hot men.